This is Standard 7.
Okay, for creating learning experiences, I gave you proficient in that because I kind of gave you what this is topic, what it really want to focus on that day because you're doing test prep on Thursdays. So you took that and went with it, and it's very relevant for students because they're expected to do that on the test. So I feel like obviously get proficient on that one. I would probably do to get to outstanding. I'm trying to think of a way. I'd probably have them set goals or something of that nature so they can see like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is because one thing, I mean, with middle school students, really any students are like, oh yeah, I got a 2, yeah, they got a 2, or whatever, and like you graded them today, you're like, yeah, most of them are 0s or 1s. You know, that's expected for middle school, and that's what I was expecting, and I understand they were like, oh, I got a 2 because they don't, that's just how they do it. They don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and whatnot. So maybe having them set goals. Okay, now I really want you to look at it. You kind of did that, but saying, okay, now let's set ourselves a goal. How are we going to reach that goal? Type deal.
Okay.
Would have been really good for that one. Sequencing of learning experiences. I thought you did well there. I got proficient on that one. The planning instructions, that you did outstanding because you used the data you took from the previous week with the stations. You said, okay, obviously the 8B, 7th period, 6th, 7th period was like, okay, they were just grasping details. They didn't really understand the whole process. But 2nd, 3rd period, they had it. So you developed your instruction based this week on that, and you gave kids individualized constructor responses this week. So I could do a standard on that because you went on that, and then you really honed in on that aspect. So I thought you did really good on that one. Good. Evidence-based instructional strategies, they did good. Use technology, different things like that. I would say maybe have them use technology a little more in order to get to that outstanding. But I would like to find a program that's not. They have like it's a Georgia Milestones. It's a practice test or whatever they have, but it's not grade. It's not grade
appropriate
based. Yeah, it's like random. It's like middle school, but it's random subjects, and so. Using that would have been phenomenal, but we don't have that, so maybe something like it would have been good for that kind of thing. And for adjustments to lesson plans, I thought you did good at that because you took, from the last week, I said you're like, okay, I was planning on this, but we're going to adjust it here because we see that we need different levels of different things. We can't do all the same things, and for first period, we obviously are like, okay, we didn't finish, so we need to go back and we need to rehash this and make sure they understand this before we move on to the same thing as the other ones. The only things I always forget it. Forget. I was like, no. You usually use a timer, but yesterday you didn't during the one I taped, and so I would just use a timer to protect that instructional time.
Okay.
Say, because you gave them 10 minutes, so you just put 10 minutes on the thing.
Okay.
Or when they did the partners and they highlighted things, give them 5 minutes, but put it on something, give them specific instructions for it because, I mean, they did it. They actually did a really good job yesterday.
Yeah, surprisingly.
So I was pretty proud of them. But just giving that time, that structured time, really helps them keep on task. And then I was like, I think maybe you're just nervous. I don't know. But usually you do like an attention getter. You're just like, hey guys, that's all you did yesterday. So sometimes you went on with the instructions while people are still talking. So just use it a lot of the time. So it wasn't, I know you know how to.
I think I was just nervous.
Yeah, and that's what I figured. I do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like my first year, I did the whistling. I did the Hunger Games whistle, and they had to do that at me. But I can't whistle, so I gave up because they started making fun of me. I was like, you know what? Forget it. We're just doing the countdown from 5 because I can't whistle. But setting that, what I did at the beginning of the year is when I counted down from 5, I had to train them to do that properly because when I get to 1, you're silent. And they still kind of talk every now and then, but most of everyone's silent for the most part. I give them several warnings, but we practiced, I think, the first day. We did it like 6 times in a row. I had them like talk or whatever, and then we did that. So just when you're in your own classroom, or even when you're a sub, you can still do it. Is have something like, if you can hear my voice clap once. The student teacher, or my mentor teacher, she did. You can hear my voice snap, and so the kids can either snap or they can pretend snap if they can't snap, and that kind of worked too. So and they have really fun things online too. To do that. But that's all I have for today. So I think you did a good job, and I can see the progress you've made throughout everything. You're walking around the room, you feel more comfortable, I can tell, with everything, and just, so, yeah.
Yay. I'm glad to hear that. All right, thank you.